Ready?
Hello and welcome to Rhythm and Pixels, the video game music podcast. This is episode 6-10. We're your hosts. I'm Rob Nichols.
And I'm Pernell.
Pernell, what are you up to this week? What have you been playing?
Weirdly enough, I got a friend of mine suggested I start up a game called SteamWorld Heist, which I had a general interest in for a bit, but just didn't take the time to actually boot it up, if you know what I mean. So, on his suggestion to socialize and play it, I decided to kick it in, and I've been kind of obsessed with it. In addition to that, I'm playing a bit of a game called The Flame and the Flood, which I'm playing for an upcoming review.
Yeah, that trailer looked really cool.
Yeah, it's an awesome concept for a game, and I am enjoying the game, but it is hitting me, it is screwing me over in the usual areas that can screw Pernell over in the game, which are music sporadic, music used sparingly throughout the game, which means sometimes you're running through silence or leaves rustling. Like, I don't care about that. And also, you might find yourself dealing with, inventory paralysis. You're just overwhelmed with how much you can put in your pocket. Consider the fact that you get very little pocket space to, populate. So, but hopefully I'll get a bit more time into it tonight and I'll be ready to go. But those are what I'm playing. I saw you were kicking butt in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, I haven't been playing a whole lot this week. So when I get the chance, I just jump on Street Fighter 5 and just yell at the screen, and then remember that I have a microphone I should probably be yelling into.
But then again, you want them to think this guy is calm and collective. He hasn't said a thing the whole match.
Yeah, I try to play like, yeah, he looks super chill. He's just waiting. He's not stressed at all, but really I'm just like super pissed.
God, come on, man. Fireballs and stuff. Too many.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I want to get in a fighting game someday. I really want to. I have.
It's
fun fact.
It's hard, yeah.
I almost bought Skullgirls 2 this weekend because it was $5. But in the rare case, I talked myself out of it and said, well, I haven't started any of these other fighters, and I'm bad at them generally, so...
I don't know. Like, I'm interested in that one. It looks really cool. It's just, I can only really focus on so many at one time, so I want to just, one. So I just focus on the one.
Well, if you ever pick up BlazBlue or something, let me know. Or Guilty Gear, because I actually own those.
Well, maybe sometime soon then. But let's talk about this week's topic. This week's topic was brought to us again by our friend and listener. I'm calling him our friend.
Oh,
Ahmed. Ahmed, thank you very much for your suggestions. We did real-time strategy last week. This week, he suggested pause music.
Now, he suggested pause.
Oh, and tutorial music. So pause and tutorial, yeah. It's very condensed.
But the funny part is, I think we lumped save in there, too, at one point.
That's because that's why we lumped save into it.
We need a little bit more wiggle room there.
A little more wiggle. So to get more wiggles in, we added save point or saving music. Music that's really only specific for those areas and composed only for those spots in the game. So when you think about it, this isn't music made for specific types of action and story and adventure. This is music for you're stopping to get a drink, or this is music just for, okay, I'm going to take my time to learn how to play this without any kind of stress.
Or even, here's the music for which file do you choose? I don't even know, because I kind of broke the mold there, and I did pick a track from the select a file screen.
Yeah, I think we both went a little off board on that. Ahmed's suggestion was for the game Dust Force, which I love. I think is one of the best soundtracks ever. Dust Force.
I would appreciate the soundtrack more if I didn't lose so much of the little hair I have left playing it.
It's super frustrating, but man, I love that game. I lost so many hours on that game. But yeah, he suggested that game, but it turns out I've already played that track on our indie game.
The specific track?
That specific track, 9-Bit Symphony on the indie game special with you, me, and Matt.
Ah, peanut butter. But in the positive, that frees you up for this one. Well, full fresh coat of tracks.
Yes, this whole week I was like, well, I'm going to play some Dust Force. It's going to be great, and it's going to feel so good. But no, not that one. So, 6-10, let me start things off with something that you haven't heard of, Pernell.
I haven't.
And I haven't heard of either. This is for the Sega Mega Drive, not the Genesis. This is Asterix and the Great Rescue, composed by Nathan McCree, and this is the music for Game Paused.
All right.
And I want you to pause and jam out to this.
Am I going to pause or am I going to jam out? I can't do both.
You're going to have to do both. Trust me.
The complications.
Hit it.
Ew.
Oh yeah, game paused from the game Asterix and the Great Rescue for the Sega Mega Drive by Nathan McCree.
There's some chill going on here.
This is super chill. This is lounging in a dark club, smoking a cigar,
Swishing a
level
martini.
chill. Yeah.
Swishing a martini.
Okay, you know what? You do not swish a martini glass because that will go everywhere.
Well,
You know what?
maybe if you don't have that level of skill that I'm packing over here.
Oh, I see.
I got the masterful swish hands of a swish chef.
You're like Grandmaster martini style.
Anything goes martial arts martini swishing. I throw down.
So
And then I drink down.
you imagine playing this game, hitting pause, and all you hear is do 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 do, and you go to the bathroom and you come back and you're like, oh wow, Asterix is getting down. I would just leave this paused.
Yeah. Honestly, this sounds like one of those things where you could pause it and like walk around your house taking care of business.
Yeah,
Like, and you come back like, I guess I'll play the game some
it's
more.
great. It's like there's like no percussion, just those little chords in the background and the little like sounds like a marimba or like a vibraphone.
It reminds me of Clubhouse games though, as too.
Yeah, Clubhouse games. We played Clubhouse games on the board game episode, right?
Yep, and if we didn't, it would be criminal.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, phew, we dodged that bullet.
It'll be bursting through your door right now.
I've already got a rap sheet pretty long, and I don't need that on my I don't need the 5-0 busting down the door saying, "Why haven't you played Clubhouse games?"
Because they would. They really
totally
really
would.
People think we're joking. We're not joking.
We're not joking.
It's happened before.
So yeah, no Dust Force, but then I found this, and everything was all right.
Oh yeah, like honestly, this is a toe tapper for me, and this almost things like this make me want to kind of sit down and come up with a nice lounge-y game stack, like game music stack to run through, like a playlist to just kind of boot up when I just want to chill and lay back. Because I feel like I spend more time, maybe it's because of the show, which isn't a bad thing, mind you. But I think I spend more time listening to game music than not game music now.
I know,
So,
me too. Like I've been training for this race every week, and I'm running so much now. And on my headphones, all I've got going on is Street Fighter music. I swear, it's Mega Man and Street Fighter.
well, both are things that can get you pumped.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of video game music now, and it's all your fault.
Wow. I bring the
Oh,
I bring the
your
blip
fault.
bloop. So,
I bring the bleep bloop. So bleep blop bloop blop bloop. Translation, Pernell.
yeah, pretty much because like
What's your track?
essentially
What's your track?
Well, I got a tune that I think you'll dig. It's from a game for Papa Mail, son. Yeah, it's
Popful Mail.
it's the Save Select tune.
Oh, I love this.
think
I
you'll
love the
jam.
music from this game.
I'm glad to
yeah,
hear
yeah.
that you like the tune.
I'm sorry, I was talking over you. What were you saying?
Start the
Wait,
track.
what's the name of the track again?
Save Select from Papa Mail. Daddy-o.
Ooh, Purnell.
Daddy-o. The Papa Mail, yeah. Oh, hey, welcome back. As you could tell, I was really grooving to the track, so clearly.
Yeah,
it was a
where
good
did you
pick.
go?
I went to the back. I went to create some backup, of course. Now this is the backup creation, save file creation screen from the game Popful Mail,
Yeah.
composed by the always awesome Falcom sound team JDK.
JDK.
I love this track. It only plays when you are choosing a file to start the game.
So that's it. This only like you start the game, you go to choose a file. That's the only time you hear this music.
That's it, and
So-
it's good.
So other than the opening screen, this is like your introduction to the world of Popful Mail.
Oh, not necessarily, because remember, this is during this. This was on the Sega CD. This was the era when they started throwing down FMV videos. So if you just let it run,
You get like more.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, the FMV may only start after you make a save file, but actually, I think it is. I think that is it. So I think you're right. You push start, goes to the save file creation, and once you create the file, then it plays the intro video. So yes, this is
your intro. Man.
this is walking in, and it's a nice big pink screen.
It's very This sounds like it would have a very like pastel blue and pink kind of look to it.
Yeah, and Mail's armor is partly blue, so there you go. Silver, blue, and I think tints of red. But yeah, this overall soundtrack is one of my favorites, which means I'll take any excuse I can to throw it on the show.
I like it. I like it. We've only played it once on the shopping episode. For some reason, I thought we played it more, but
It makes you kind of laugh in a sense because we've done fire episodes, and this game has great fire level music. I never pick it then. We've done ice levels. This game has great ice level music. Didn't pick it then. But I picked the shopping tune and the file select tune. Clearly, I'm reaching for the odd stuff, but I gotta get down deep and pull off some of the more regular tracks eventually
Well,
too.
this
We need
is-
to do forest music sometime.
that's a great idea.
There we go.
We should do forest music. Springtime.
There we go. Springtime can be forest.
Springtime can be for forests. Springtime for forests.
That's like a movie title.
I'm having a hard time saying the word forest.
Oh,
You ever happen to you where you want to say a word but then you have to think about the syllables?
like
I
foliage.
can't even say.
Good lord. Well, there's foliage, or instead of saying like foliage.
We just move the I around.
Yeah, like you're like, oh, foliage. No, it's not foliage. And of course, there's always the oft-hated potato. I just said it twice. Tomato.
The tomato.
Yeah.
Potato.
Yeah, that
Pencil, pencil.
Because there's only one right way to say it. If you say it the other way, you're wrong. But yeah, I mean, I have problems like that too, especially as a fast talker. Anybody listening to the show probably has already picked up on a number of audio flubbages on my part. I own those.
No, we're good. We're good. Next track, we're gonna
Maybe. We'll see. But what's your next track, good sir?
My next track. Well, how about we stay with the save themes? How about that?
For now.
For now, I'm bringing it back to the chill zone.
You know,
All the way
you're
back.
not taking the pep.
No, I want to bring it down because I really, when I rediscovered this song, I was like, oh my god, how did I forget about this? This is from the game Ico.
Oh crap! The game that I keep telling myself to start, but then don't. I bought the game twice in my life and never started.
It's oh my god, such a great game. This is the song called "Heal" from the game Ico. This is the save point music for the PlayStation 2 by Michiru Oshima, Koichi Yamazaki, and Mitsukuni Miriyama. Again, this is Ico for the PlayStation 2. Heal. This is the song Heal from the game Ico for the PlayStation 2. This is finding save points in the game. And honestly, it's been a long time since I played this. I know that there are save points. I forgot what they look like.
Apparently, if they sound, based on this music, it must sound like heaven, because this is... I was just petting petting Elvis over here.
He just rolled over. He's like, oh yeah.
And to the sound of this music, and the combination of the two just started putting me into a lull state too.
You know, if he wasn't deaf, I think he'd really enjoy this.
I think so too. It makes me sad that he's deaf, but I just have to enjoy it double time for the both of us.
I just hope that my hearing will be good in the age that he's in right now. So I probably won't be.
I don't know, man. It could be. You just gotta keep the wax out. You know.
So
balance your music.
Pernell,
between genres.
Well, in volumes.
No, turn it up. Turn it up.
But okay, so this is another one that you really need to take some time. You know, I'm realizing I really shouldn't put more pressure on you to play more games.
Well,
because you have enough pressure as it is. Just the volume of the games unplayed is probably enough pressure enough.
Yeah, actually, may as well throw a little bit of context on that. I actually showed up to Rob's house today for the podcast recording, talking about I need to really curb my purchase habit here because I need to start saving more. And then Rob goes, why does it even have to be an issue? You have so much to play that you don't need new stuff.
Yeah, like, this game is like 100 hours worth of things. And if you don't like it, move on.
To another 100 hours of fun in a game.
I don't know. Maybe,
But like this is a prime example of one where I've heard nothing but great things about the play of it.
It's beautiful. It's not really hard. It's just a lot of fun. Really good puzzles, and it's just a pretty game. And it's told. The story's told in a great way where there's no words.
Kid with horns, right?
Kid with horns. It's pretty much a what do they call those missions where you have to like protect somebody?
Oh, escorts.
It's an escort mission through the whole game, but like you have to communicate with this woman. I think she's like a princess. Only by you have controls on the controller to like point and yell, but like you're speaking different languages.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's actually really fun. So like when you're really trying to protect her, but like at the same time, the only thing you have to protect yourself is a stick. Like you get no other weapons in this game. You have a stick. So it gets pretty intense. It's a lot of fun. Have you played the other ones, the Shadow of the Colossus?
I helped my brother solve beat 2 of the Colossi. That's about it.
That was heartbreaking. And then I'm really looking forward to the new one, The Last Guardian.
It's out, you know.
I know. I want to have the time where Christy and I have the time together to play it.
And thankfully, by then it might be on sale too. So.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know she's taking some classes to do some more things, so she doesn't have a whole lot of time to devote to that kind of watching a movie is one thing, but playing like a 40-hour long game is another.
Yeah, and I don't think you're in the mindset that I'm in, where you play the whole game first, and then when you go back to play it with her, you act like you never played it before. But then again, that's probably why you're married, because that's what I would do.
Well, there's one TV in the house. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened.
Whoa! Why did you drop your stick? That's never expected.
It is one of the few things I love Star Wars, but I don't care. I haven't seen the last 2 new Star Wars movies. I don't care. That's fine. Don't judge me. That's okay. But if you're going to spoil it, I don't care anymore. Go ahead and spoil it, even after the movie came out.
Because you understand the statute of limitations.
I get it. Even then, even like a week later, that's totally fine. But for this game, I know I want to go in fresh. I mean, not for this game, for The Last Guardian.
So stay off game facts, that's for sure.
I'm just not. I'm just trying to stay away from anything about it, and I'm excited. I'm excited to play it. But we've talked about other games too much. What's your next track?
Well,
wait. Let me guess. Is it pause music?
No.
Save music.
Though it could have been.
Oh, it could have been.
Could have been, but I wasn't going with that, and I'm not going to change it just to make you feel like you're right.
It's like we're playing rock, paper, scissors. Pause, save, tutorial.
Bam! I win. I'm actually shirking the system here. I'm going with tutorial, but I am basing it on the fact that it plays... I'll just pick the track first, and then I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Anyway, the track is from the game Disgaea 2, Cursed Memories, and the track title is called Spread Your Wings by the composer Tenpei Sato. I think he really only composes music for Nipponichi games, which is why you probably have never heard his name come up on the show. But
we've never played Disgaea, have we?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so either, yeah.
So here you go. Spread your wings, people. It's time to go. You're listening to Spread Your Wings and Fly. Not that last part.
Spread your wings.
From the game Disgaea 2, Cursed Memories by the composer Tenpei Sato. Why did I pick this track?
Do not pick the track. It is cursed.
But it does come with my choice of topic, which is awesome. I picked this track because it plays in Disgaea 2 during the first set of stages, but it only plays in Disgaea 2 during the first set of stages, unlike other tracks which get played throughout the game in different stages. And the first set of stages are all tutorial-esque levels where they pretty much teach you a new mechanic of how to play the game.
Yeah.
Whether it's throwing people or combo attacks or any of those things. To me, it is also the best track in the game, which makes me especially sad that it only plays at the very beginning where you're paying the least amount of attention.
So this is your favorite track in the game.
Yes, it is.
It's got a really cool like guitar solo, but like the solo, it doesn't sound so much like a guitar sometimes. It sounds almost like a voice, like a synthesized voice.
It's just
Is that instrument used throughout the game? Do you know?
that's the sad reality of it. It's when I played this game, this track set me up for a magical ride of an improved OST from the first game's already awesome OST.
Right.
But it never hit this note again. It was like different musics, but they were all sometimes they were wacky, sometimes they were more low key, but they never hit this level, and it makes me sad that this is the standout track for the game. It was the first track from the game.
Yeah, I wonder if they got like maybe some like visiting artists or musicians come in to play on different tracks.
But here's where it gets even sad. I didn't even think about that till now. Future Disgaea games, they always have it so that you can acquire music from previous games and buy it from the in-game music shop.
Oh, cool.
To then play on like your item world or class world runs.
You can change that up, so you can like you could buy like maybe this tutorial music and then have it like play through like a second bonus stage kind of thing.
Well, you could if they put it in the other games. They never carried this one over. They've carried other tracks in this game over, but not this one ever. It's absurd.
Oh man,
It's a desecration of awesome music. Awesome music inclusion.
Should we just let it loop around one more time so you feel better?
It does make me feel better.
Should we just loop it until you feel better?
No, because we don't have that kind of time. Otherwise, I'd say go for it.
Your doctor prescribes the tutorial music from Disgaea 2 Cursed Memories to be looped until you feel better.
I mean, honestly,
Side effects include
smiles,
weight gain, and
no. Well, I did gain some weight, but no, it was
nausea.
Smiles, no nausea. Don't you tarnish this that way. No, it includes smiles, jovial bursts of energy,
Popsicles.
and ice cream and water ice.
Water ice.
It includes water ice. Yes, there's lots of water and whipped cream.
Yeah.
Cool Whip.
I was thinking of something else.
No, stick with Cool Whip.
No, that wasn't even that. But
like it's but to me this track is one of those tracks where like you want to feel like you want to start off on an exciting trek or run or walk or bike, anything that involves beginning.
You want to spread your wings.
Yourself up. It really is spread your wings. It really does have a way of getting me ready to go and starting me off on my way. So, tutorial. This is how you drive a car, Purnell. Put this in the soundtrack player. There you go. Put this in my 8-track and beep it.
I do like that piano section right there.
Yeah.
It just kind of comes back around.
I started thinking about that one last odd thing after that comment I just made. Imagine if your beginnings in life all accompanied a soundtrack of some sort, like their own tutorial. Like driving a car for the very first time, this plays on this radio, like, time to go! Do-do-do! And, I don't know, how to make your first omelet, how to boil water. I don't know,
or if you learn to ride a bike and it's the Pokemon biking song.
Yeah, that would be
I said
great.
the biking song.
Yeah, the bike-a-thon music.
The bike thong song music.
Well, we all have our own bike-thong song music.
Let's go. Okay, so my last track in the set, for now, you have to choose for me. 8-bit, 16-bit, or 64.
Well, now, what would you... Let me go back to your first track.
8-bit, 16-bit, or 64?
Go with 16-bit. Let's keep it 16-ish.
Oh, okay, we're keeping it 16-bit. We're keeping it Sega. This is the pause menu music from the game Ghostbusters for the Sega Genesis.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Bustin' makes me feel good.
Makes me feel adequate.
And so does it for Katsuhiko Nagai for the game Ghostbusters. Genesis, Sega Genesis, Ghostbusters,
no,
yeah!
Don't do it! You're tarnishing my beautiful track! No. Elvis, bite him.
This is the game paused music. Or pause menu music. This is the pause menu music from the game Ghostbusters for the Sega Genesis by Katsuhiko Nagai. So, yeah, this is feeling good. This is Bustin' makes me feel real good.
This is more like Bustin' makes me want to skip.
Yeah.
This is not what I would expect any music from a Ghostbusters game to sound like.
No, and the rest of the soundtrack, it's pretty heavy. Like, we were just listening through some of, like, the boss music and the stage music, and it's like, it sounds like kind of crunchy guitar, like, hard stuff.
Yeah, it's like I picture all the music in the house, like, the beams or the proton beams are just spraying all over the place. Ghosts are shooting, dashing around, and then all of a sudden everybody says, break time! And it goes, doo-doo-doo. Bring out the teacups, start sipping, like, how was your day?
Big, scary ghosts are like, I'm gonna get... And then all of a sudden you hit the pause button, and they start, yeah, dancing.
Like, one or two lumps of sugar.
Drinking some tea. It's the ghosty tea party.
Yeah, this is what they would be. They'd all be just kind of happily discussing their day, drinking sips of tea,
nice.
Relaxing. Big Boo shows up. What's going on in here? Tea time, man. Yeah, pardon me, guys.
Which house have you been haunting lately? Oh, same old ghost house. How about you guys? I've been stuck in this mansion all week, but, it's good to get together every once in a while.
And then poor lucky-ass Jared, he's like, what have you been playing? I've been haunting a industrial complex. You want to talk about some awesome? We got buzzsaws and conveyor belts. Man, these factory workers won't know what hit them.
And then Egon hits the start button, and then it starts back up again. Oh, we got to get back to work now.
And they just throw the tea kettles against the walls and just make it look messier. And then the one poor guy is like, I paid for those cups. But this is what this sounds like to me for sure. This is totally...
I'm glad you said 16-bit because I really wanted to play more Genesis on the episode. This sounds a lot like, not a lot like, but in the same style as that Popful Mail track you played.
Yeah, so clearly what we've come to establish is that Genesis and Sega CD does tea parties.
Yeah, so Sega Tea Party. A Sega Tea Party.
Genesis does.
That was the new system after the Dreamcast. The Sega Tea Party.
God, I bought the heck out of that.
Yeah.
Just thinking about it, actually, I would have.
It's just a plate with some cups. It's just a hot plate.
Well, a hot plate. It gets hot. It gets hot while it's running. That's how you heat the tea kettle.
Is this where you put the CD? No, don't touch that. It gets real hot.
It gets hot. That's how the system is meant to run hot, so you can heat your tea.
It is USB powered, though.
Why that?
Because it has to be.
That is true. So it makes it more versatile. You can hook it up to an Anker. Bam, solid.
All set, man. You can put it on top of a Roomba.
Some game system manufacturers need to get on that right now. The console is supposed to get hot to heat tea kettles.
Yeah, you can put like Hot Pockets in there.
Well, not in it. You don't put them in the system. It gets messy.
Well, but wait a minute.
You get hot cheese just all over your circuitry.
You know, what was my last system? The Xbox got pretty hot. The 360 got pretty hot. I could have probably put something back there and heated it up pretty good.
I think people did put stuff back there and heat it up.
So I think some people found things that were back there getting heated up.
Mice coming in from the winters, cold.
Like, ew, gum. It's like this big strand of like
nasty,
like Jolly Ranchers like stuck to the side of your game console.
Actually, I could go for
those darn kids.
Actually, I've come across a number of those things. And I actually came across a news story where, I think it was on Kotaku, unfortunately, but it's announced what I've heard otherwise, where guy's kids put a 3DS game inside of his Xbox One disc slot.
Ooh.
So it's like, I've come across some crappy stuff like that where kids are like, I'm just going to put these gumballs and marbles into this Nintendo.
I like visiting Matt's house. Like, he has like the TV in the living room, but there's like a barricade of like gates around everything.
And as it should be, because those systems wouldn't be alive if they weren't.
Toddlers, you'll understand.
Yep. If they weren't gated, they would no longer be here with us today. So it needed to happen.
All right, what is the last track in your set?
Okay, I guess I'm going to toss you the same inquiry here.
Okay, cool.
I'm
good at these. I'm good at these. Let's do it.
We're going with 64-bit or the GameCube.
We're going 64.
All right.
Since I didn't do my 64.
In that case, then, this is a track. It is the pause screen music to the game Banjo-Kazooie.
Awesome.
A game that I'm also surprised we haven't picked on the show yet.
Yeah, that's a really popular music.
Yeah. So we're making up for lost time here. So
you know what? I have to own these things now. I don't like 3D platformers.
We'll yell at you about that in a minute.
I don't think it works, but look, Banjo-Kazooie, It's cute. I like the bear. Bears are good. It's a bear, right? It's a bear.
I'll tell you while the track's playing because I got to get on your case about this.
All right, Banjo Kazooie, right?
Oh yes,
it's bears. Is it a bear? Just stop looking at. Is it a bear?
Push that. You need to start that track.
Okay, all right, fine. It's not an answer.
Well, I reckon you just sat there and massaged your eardrums to the down-home country stylings of the Banjo Kazooie pause screen music.
You know the Ferengi would massage their ears. Like, you don't like Star Trek, forget about it.
It's my biggest shame or greatest.
I'm over here
accomplishment.
trying to make dirty Star Trek jokes, and it's just over the head.
Over my head. Because they've gone boldly where my brain has not gone before. So,
all right. So it's a bear. I've discovered it's a bear.
You cheated. You looked it up.
Look, if my best friend won't tell me if it's a bear or not.
Right.
Okay, but what's Kazooie? I honestly don't know.
Good luck, sucker. I ain't telling you.
Do you know?
I know what Kazooie is.
All right. Well,
but I ain't talking.
All right. Well, then maybe I'll find out at the end of the show when you leave my house and I Google it.
His name, if I remember correctly, because you found it, was Greg Kirkhope.
Yeah, Greg Kirkhope.
I like that name.
It's a good name. It's actually a really like Kirkhope.
Now, this track, I don't know. It's an odd one for me to choose. I'll admit.
It's got the banjo.
Yeah, but it's just that it's nice sounding. Like I've used this. I've paused the game many times back in the day to look at strategy guides to look up where puzzle pieces were hidden and where eggs were not eggs, but like was it puzzle pieces and all the musical notes. So like sometimes where I was missing like one or two music notes, strategy guys would take care of that for me too. So you're looking through the guide.
Collectathon.
This was the next level beyond Mario 64 in the Collectathon verse, and it was an awesome game that I did not expect to like, but I did because it was awesome.
Was this rare?
It was rare.
Yeah, it did.
But they did make a lot of copies, so it wasn't all that rare.
The company rare.
I know.
Because in my mind, I remember seeing people play it, and it reminded me of Conker.
Yeah, because think about it, it's like Conker was originally from the same family of rare games, I guess, and they originally meant for it to be as cute as this game is. It did not go that way.
But then they gave it to some other writers.
Yeah, I think it was just different writers, and they figured, well, if we're going to go out on a swan song, we must make this game as raunchy as we can. So then Conker learned how to swear.
I worked at a game store when that game came out, and we had to be very careful about who we sold it to. But we got free T-shirts. It was cool.
The shirts were awesome.
Yeah, I remember. I gave you them, right? I probably gave you one. I was like, here, have a T-shirt.
I bought it from your store, so. But I have fond memories of that game too, and also of Banjo Kazooie because I originally trash talked it. My friend Anthony would get on my case about how am I berating this awesome game? It's so much better than Mario 64. And I said he was drunk. There's no winged hat, therefore it's not better.
So was it before you played it or was it after?
This was even after I played it because I just refused to. I just didn't want to accept that a game featuring a bear and a blank was awesome.
So close.
And now back to this real quick because I don't want to lose this topic here. Yeah. What do you hate about platformers?
Okay, if you're gonna run and jump on things, moving things, I'd like to see them, and I like to plan where I'm gonna land.
But you can. This isn't a first-person 3D game. It's still third person.
Yeah. But if you're running ahead of the camera and you jump over a gap in front of you, I find it myself really hard to judge exactly where you're going to land.
I have played games
And
like
I
that.
feel like I have to constantly move the camera to get that side view. But maybe it's just because I'm more comfortable with the two-dimensional platformer style.
Well, so some games work to remedy that a little too, because like sometimes they'll give the character a shadow underneath them, so you can
Yeah.
kind of see where the shadow
I
is.
understand. I was recently watching games done quick, and there's people like flying through like Mario 64 and all the Mario Galaxy games, and I could see what they're doing, like their precision timing their jumps, and they're watching where the shadow lands. I just don't. I don't get it.
So what we gotta do is we gotta play Mario Galaxy sometime. I gotta feel maybe I can ease you into the 3D platformership by yelling at you as you fail.
All right, I promise I'll give them another chance.
Yes, well, come by to visit one day. I'll break out Mario Galaxy. You'll like it because
Okay.
it's awesome stuff.
All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna do it. I am going to do it. All right.
Better, I'm holding you to it.
All right, so before I cause any more trouble, I'm going to turn this sound down. Turn the song down as we go to the bonus round.
The dang old bonus round there. Yeah.
So the bonus round is the part of the show where we play covers and remixes based on today's theme. Today's theme is kind of multi-leveled with the pauses and the saves and the tutorials and the hi.
and the didgeridoo.
So I chose for my bonus round track artist I think we've only played once on the show before. Maybe. I really, really like his music. His name is DJ Joe. He's been doing game remixes for a very long time. A lot of releases under the Game Chops label, which is very large, popular, and there's a lot of good stuff out there. This is the Great Fairies Fountain remix, which I believe is for the select your save game thing, right?
I'm about to say, because I thought it was for the fairy fountain. So you're sure?
I think it's for both.
I'm going to look it up during this playback, and if you're wrong, I'm going to make you know it.
Look, I got to have a song for this part of the show, or else people are going to get angry, so I'm just going to play it, all right?
Good point. Let it flow.
I owe a lot of money, guys. That was the Great Fairy Fountain, Great Fairies Fountain by DJ Joe.
Hello.
Do you dig it?
Listen. Hey. Hello.
It's so weird of that voice coming out of your body is really strange.
Hello.
Because your voice is usually so deep.
Hello.
You say, hey, let me out.
Hey. Let me out. He swallowed me whole. Let me.
So was this save music? Was this good for save music?
Did confirm.
I did
Couldn't do
concur, and in fact, yes, it is definitely save music because, well, save file select music because in Link to the Past, this is the music that plays when you are choosing which file you want to boot up.
All right, Link to the Past is for the N64?
No, we got
No,
to.
SNES.
Yes.
Okay, I should know that. Like
Yes, we gotta get
because I played through most of that. I didn't finish it, but
You gotta sit down and play that at some point. You can beat that game in like a day.
I've been told.
By me, probably.
Yeah, I spent a whole day. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
No, well, I mean, it's short is what I'm saying. It's not that long.
Yeah.
But it's totally awesome. If you're a fan of like solving puzzles and such, that was a great game.
Cool.
It was nice bite-sized packages.
Well, that was an awesome remix. DJ Joe knocks it out of the park with that crazy, huge dance sound. I love it. I love that stuff.
I like the Navi sounds.
What'd you bring, man?
Basically, when this topic choice came up, the most obvious selection for me would have clearly been the Resident Evil 1 save room music because it is probably one of my all-time favorite save rooms, so I feel like your save themes in existence. But unfortunately, I'd already chosen it on a prior episode. Doesn't mean I can't get a remix, though.
Oh.
And surprisingly, a few people did them. And unfortunately, their remixes are criminally under-listened to.
Oh, okay.
So we will hope to change that today. I found a person, I believe she has a SoundCloud and she's on the tubes.
Cool.
Goes by the name of NoName Queen. And she did a remix of the save room theme from Resident Evil 1. And I'd like you all to hear it. Yeah, it loops, but as we're supposed to do, is to save music, music from Resident Evil.
I think it loops successfully. You know what I mean? It's like it's got this really nice chill like synths. It kind of gets a little louder, but it's subtle. It's just a real subtle track. But the original song is like super subtle.
Oh yeah, and for the record, I'm pretty sure my record for listening to the original track on loop is probably about 20 minutes. So, I mean, it has that effect on me. But yeah, the person goes by the name of NoName Queen. We were able to come across her on the Cloud of Sound, i.e. SoundCloud, and she had a whopping one track, which is this track. So I'm glad her one track was this good track. So.
Yeah, I think she has more on YouTube. We'll link to both, but I think she just made the SoundCloud page just to put it up on SoundCloud.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But I enjoyed this track. It resonated well with me.
It resonated well with you.
It took up residence with me. It took up residence in my heart.
Oh man,
it was an evil residence.
We have fun.
We'll be here all week, folks.
For more information on the artists on the bonus round part of the show, check out rhythmandpixels.com, and we'll have links to their bios, SoundClouds, Bandcamps, and everywhere where you can get their music. Thanks for joining us today on Rhythm and Pixels. This has been episode 6-10. Pause music, tutorial music, save select music, item select music.
Lots of selection, lots of pausing.
Yeah, so, take some time out and just figure out what you're going to do next and have some fine tunes while you're doing it.
Music.
So you're going out. We were trying to pick music for today. I hit pause on what I was doing. I picked some tracks, some pause tracks.
Oh dear Lord!
And I came all back. It was good.
I am glad this one played. I feel like I'm almost afraid to even make this statement because I feel like one day someone's going to make a suggestion that hits this note. But I start to kind of wonder if there's any sort of topic that can be chosen where it's like, this is impossible. We can't do this. There's no good music that fits this mold.
We'll figure it out. Because you know what happens, right? If we'll pick a topic that's going to be weird, and we have some weird topics coming up, we'll figure something out, or we'll just make it work, or we'll just change it.
That is true.
Or we'll be like, I couldn't find anything, so here's the Mario Brothers theme song.
Halfway through the episode, new topic. Don't want no more. But yeah, for this particular topic, though, it was another case of, I feel like if we did a revisit of this later on with more time to prepare for it, I think we could come up with some awesome stuff that didn't even come to mind when we chose this one. But we still came up with some great stuff on the short notice we gave ourselves. So that's what's up.
Yeah, I really liked what came up. And yeah, really short notice for me, thinking I already had some tracks already picked out, and then I was like, wait a minute, can't play Dust Force, but that's okay. So everyone go back to listen. Actually, that episode of the show, the indie games episode, was a lot of fun. Had some really good music on it.
That means we're going to do a revisit of indie games in general in the future anyway, because that, to me, is a topic worth mining deep for, because there are so many indie games in existence that typically get ignored when we have topics like this, because we usually go to our most played games, which unfortunately is usually not of the indie variety. So not to say that doesn't exist.
No, like, totally. But I do like to go back to some of like the classic stuff. I really like to play a lot of the classic NES and Genesis and Game Boy, like those kind of 8-bit and 16-bit sounds.
Yeah, and that was well before we even had indie game in our vocabulary. So. But overall, yeah, I was a fan of this episode, and I appreciate that this topic was selected for us because...
Yes.
Hot diggity dang.
Yes, thank you very much. We have some interesting topics coming up. So our next topic, I'm just going to say it out right now. Our next topic is called Decadence.
Yes. Decadence.
This is 100% Purnell.
You better believe it.
So we're hitting off a podcast World 7 with Decadence.
Yes. Fava beans
and then
Chardonnay.
Fava beans and Chardonnay. And then losing them all in episode 7-2. We go into squalor.
I don't know what happened. I mean, they told me the lottery ticket was a sure bet. I figured I'll just, spend everything I have on
I
copies of the same ticket.
I told you I owed a lot of people money.
Clearly you do. And now look at it.
Running a podcast is probably the most expensive thing I've ever done.
But I'll tell you though.
And it's and like the podcast game is like the mafia, the Italian mafia.
They shake you down hard.
Yeah, they own all this part of the internet. So it's going to be what like treasure type stuff, like you got the item type thing.
I'm gonna leave that to you to decide.
Okay. So it's kind of freeform.
In a sense, like I was thinking, yeah, I'll leave it to you to decide because decadence can mean decadence. What does decadence mean to you? Does it mean finding treasure? I don't know. But it'll be a fun episode, I think. It's one of these are the kind of topics I like a lot where it just says, okay, here's a word. Have fun. Just do something with it.
Yeah, I like it. But we also have some other great stuff coming up. But for now, let's tell everyone how to reach us. If you got any suggestions for more topics, or you want to let us know how we're doing, if you think we're doing a great job, that's great. If not, let us know what we can do to keep rambling.
What are you doing?
While Purnell's over there like waiting. If you want to send us an email, send us an email.
rhythmandpixels@hotmail.com.
If you want to send us an offer we cannot refuse, put a comment on the webpage.
Rhythmandpixels.com. Don't kill me.
And if you want to get involved in the discussion, or you want to just shoot us like a quick little line, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those places. Rhythm and Pixels.
But if you want to put a head out on us, you don't know where we live or where to find us.
Yeah, I've never been here.
Exactly.
We record this show in a different place every week.
Different warehouses or self-storage
different
stations.
Safe house? The safe room?
Where we save.
Save room, yes. It is kind of like we're saving ourselves here, right? Like we're recording our voices
Oh, yeah.
for the future.
So that when this gets...
Because, podcasts are going to be around forever, guys.
Well, they will be, clearly. This is going to be future radio for the masses in the year 2036.
I think it's the future radio now. And I'm calling out radio. Radio, you're over. Done.
Don't do it because next thing you know, you're going to have freaking like VJs popping off with, hey, you're listening to the fantastic Betty Bonnet on the Sega Podcast Hour. None of that.
We're not DJs or VJs. You and I, you know what we are, right?
We're PJs.
We're PJs.
That's right.
Yes.
That's what's going on.
I like that.
In the PJs.
So you've been listening to the fine PJs at Rhythm and Pixels Video Game Music Podcast. I'm Super PJ Rob Nichols.
And I'm Mad Percolating Pernocalypse.
Pernocalypse. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a great week.
Good night. And remember, life is evolving a number of different, aspects involving learning and growing and teaching yourself new skills. However, keep in mind the fact that you don't want to rush through all these things. You want to actually take the time to learn and grow and experience the tutorial phase. Save the memories within your mind, but also take the time to pause and take a breather so as not to burn yourself out in the process of growth. Because what's the point of growing if it's practically stunted in the sense that you just kind of let it fly by? You didn't absorb anything from it. So I came up with that in 5 seconds.
Nice. Maybe you should have paused a little bit longer.
Shut your pie hole, says Percolating Pernocalypse.